Hello and good morning. Welcome to this video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting and why I personally do intermittent fasting. I have a few notes here that I'll be looking at just so I kind of stay on track. These are just things that I could recall of the benefits of it. There's probably stuff I've forgotten and don't remember yet. And for those, maybe they'll come out at some other time. But here are the ones that I've written down. I'm gonna go through them one by one. So overall, intermittent fasting for me is efficiency in energy and efficiency in weight maintenance. So one, appetite suppression. It's a common thing that we experience is that, you know what, let me speak for myself, that when I'm during that fasting period of time, that there's an appetite suppressing effect that when I eventually eat, I actually don't feel like eating as much. I don't have as much cravings, which is kind of odd and interesting. You would think it would be otherwise. At the same time, for me, and I'm sure some of you can relate, if I eat, my appetite like increases. You know, the more I eat, the more my appetite increases. So that's an issue. 3 is better productivity. So because I'm not eating, because I have everything kind of set back, I don't have to interrupt my day. Not only is it, you know, as obvious as not interrupting my day because I'm not eating, I'm fasting longer, but same thing with like blood sugar. Because my blood sugar is not going up and down, I don't have to kind of combat those feelings, my stomach digesting, that sort of thing, which can be an energy drain. 4, energy. So I get a lot more energy when I'm fasting. And as soon as I eat, specifically if it's carbs, you know, I have an energy crash. I do with if it's a high fat meal too, but not as much. 5, calorie maintenance, so caloric maintenance, because you're eating in a shorter window. Mine tends to be anywhere from 6 to 8 lately, like past few months. And because I'm eating only in that frame of time, you know, I only have so much time to eat, and, you know, eating in that time period can be very filling. So I don't gotta worry about so much like really kind of controlling my food. And last but not least, it's easier to maintain lower body fat, obviously due to the fact that I am fasting and my body, once it uses up its glycogen stores, is getting an opportunity to burn its fat stores. And thus I can replenish it when I have my feeding window and deplete it again, deplete, so it's never kind of overboard and just can rely on fat storage. So yeah, intermittent fasting too has helped me a lot with like traveling. You know, when I travel, I typically just do one meal, you know. Usually it's at a buffet. I'll go to a sushi buffet or something like that and just like fill up on that. When I say sushi buffet, I really mean like a Chinese buffet or something like that. And they have plenty of options, you know, if you're high fat, low carb too. Plenty of meat options, that sort of thing. Bacon wrapped in, there's something I had last time I went to this one restaurant. I forgot what it was. Bacon wrapped in something. It was a meat item. I don't remember what it was, but it was really good. I never even kind of thought of that. But so there's lots of like high fat, low carb options too. And yeah, so intermittent fasting is definitely a plus. So if you're curious about intermittent fasting, I'm not saying you'll get the same exact results that I would like, but I definitely recommend giving it a try. I've been doing it for the past 3 years and I love it. I don't see myself ever going back to eating throughout the day. And it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. If you know, if you struggle in the beginning, it does definitely get easier, and I don't find it to be a struggle. See, the thing with intermittent fasting that I find that is useful in being strategic about is your intake when your feeding window comes around. If you're just consuming like garbage, which I've found in the past you can kind of get away with intermittent fasting. Now, you may be different, but for myself I could. Is if I don't consume it, like if I consume enough carb, then the feeding window tends to go smoother without any like hunger cravings. But if I don't consume a lot of fiber, then the feeding window sometimes can be a little bit more I'll have a little bit more cravings. So yeah, just some things to consider, but that is why I do intermittent fasting. And that is my video for today. If you like the video, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, leave comments down below if you'd like to, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.